Good day to everyone. It's me, Teacher Randy, and welcome back to my channel. And for today's video, I'm not going to discuss anything about grammar or language, something like that. But for today, we're going to do storytelling. Okay, last time we have discussed, on my previous videos, I have discussed about how to do APA referencing and at the same time APA in-text citation. But for today's video, we're going to fly to Thailand, okay? From the Philippines to Thailand. Okay, so we're going to do storytelling. The title of our story for this video is My Thai Cat by Pratoomeratha Zeng. Okay, Pratoomeratha Zeng. Okay, so it's so hard to pronounce, but anyway, we're going to learn something from this story from Thailand. So just like what I've told you, this story originated in Thailand, and the main character here is the author. Okay, the author, Pratoomeratha Zeng, and at the same time, Pratoomeratha is a boy, okay, a male. Okay, so there are two main characters. The name of the cat is Sii Sward. Okay, Sii Sward, and the author. Okay, the author is the one narrating the story. Sii Sward was our Thai or Siamese cat in my hometown, Muang, a northern village in Thailand. Okay, take note, the one telling the story is the author. Okay, Sii Sward was our Thai or Siamese cat in my hometown, Muang, a northern village in Thailand. Okay, so as you can see, okay, so this is Sii Sward. Okay, what a lovely cat. I really love cat. Okay, I love cat more than dogs. I hope you too. During the drought in 1925, our Sii was a heroine. She had a great honor of being elected Rain Queen. Okay, so we all know that in Thailand, this is also one of the tropical countries in the world, right? Wet and dry seasons only. So they, in the year 1925, they experienced drought. So Sii was a heroine. She had a great honor of being elected as Rain Queen. Okay, so they are praying for rain during this time. Okay, so as you can see there, all the pictures, the corn, they need water. Every day, the villagers gathered in the village Buddhist temple praying for rain. Okay, so we all know that the major religion in Thailand is Buddhism. Okay, so every day the villagers gathered in the village Buddhist temple praying for rain. And by the way, have you been in Thailand? I really want to go there because I really appreciate their culture because they are rich in resources, in natural resources. They have good beaches also. The cost of living in Thailand is better than here in the Philippines. So I really love to live in Thailand. I really love to, or I want to work in Thailand. Okay, and I want to visit their different destinations there, their tourist spots. Okay, so then someone suggested that we perform the old Brahmo Buddhist rain ceremony called the Nang Mao, the queen of the cats. Okay, this ceremony has been performed by the peasants since time immemorial. Okay, so they have this what we call ceremony, Nang Mao, in order for them to be blessed by rain. So they need to do this ceremony. Nang Mao, the queen of cats. Okay, so let's see what will happen next. Okay, one day, an old lady and her friends came to my father and begged him to help my father approach me and my cat seriously. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Ano kayang sasabihin nila? Oh no, father. I cannot let anyone kill my Sii Sward. Rain or no rain, I don't care. Son, no one is going to kill Sii Sward, his father told him. Instead of doing that, and because our cat is the most beautiful and cleanest of the cats in the village, she was elected by the people to be the rain queen of our district. This is a great honor to her and to our family. Okay, so in order for them to proceed with the ceremony, they need to find for a cat. Okay, a cat, and that cat will be the rain queen. Okay, so in order for that ceremony to be realized, they need to look for a cat. And since Sii Sward is the cleanest and the most beautiful cat in their village, they approach the father of the author that Sii Sward will be the rain queen. Okay, let's see what will happen. We can take Sii Sward back home as soon as the ceremony is over. Okay, so it's not like they're going to kill Sii Sward. They're just going to use Sii Sward as the rain queen, and then the people will do the ceremony, something like that. Next morning, everyone in the village went to the temple ground. The women were dressed in their fasin. Okay, so you know already the traditional attire of the Thai. So let's just imagine, or I can just show you the picture of their traditional attire. But later on, you can see here on my presentation. Okay, the women were dressed in their fasin and blouses, and the men in their white trousers and the kui hang shirts. Children of all ages put on their new clean clothes. They walked along with their parents. Okay, so this is their traditional attire. Okay, so let's imagine how they do the ceremony. In the mid-afternoon, the sun was so hot that the villagers took refuge under the shade of the big mango and po trees on the temple ground. A group of people began to chant the Nang Mao song, softly at first, then louder and louder until everyone seemed to shout. Long native drums, taphone began to beat in chorus. People started to dance while chanting the song. Okay, so can you imagine the scene of this ceremony? If I were to be in that ceremony, I think I will just put my hand on my ears, and then I will just close it until the ceremony will end, because I think that ceremony is too noisy, right? Am I right? I can imagine the scene. Okay, wow, so beautiful, lady. Okay, I really like their traditional attire, the headdress, but I don't like the I don't like the jewelries, since we Seventh-day Adventists are not wearing jewelries. Wow! Paper lanterns. And there you go. Fireworks display. Seeing the whole condition going from bad to worse, I was almost crying, asking Father to rescue the poor cat. If I were the author, the one narrating this story, I will also feel the same, because since I really love cats, I don't like to see cats being hurt by somebody else, or I don't like to see cats crying. Yes, because I really love cats. However, Father said that everything would be all right. After a while, everyone seemed to be satisfied giving the Rain Queen perfumes. They stopped the noises completely as if to listen to the tormented noise of the Rain Queen. Okay, so imagine the noise stopped and then they just listened. They just listened to the cry or to they listened to the tormented noise of the Rain Queen. Okay, so imagine maybe Sii Sward is doing meow sound, something like the cat sound, meow, 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 something like that. At that moment, Sii Sward stopped crying too. She was soaking wet and trembling with fear. People chanted softly as they led the procession back to the monastery. Even the drummers and the two men who 10 minutes ago were chanting frantically now calmed down. Sii Sward continued crying on the way back to the temples as if their heart would break. I was helpless, but I followed the procession closely to the monastery. Wow, what a very nice scenery. Beautiful. And another beautiful. And here we go, we have Sii Sward. Okay, and after the ceremony, the rain started to fall. Okay, so and in this presentation, you can see the real ending, or yeah, the real ending of this story, but I would like to read the last part of this story from Thailand. It says here, later there was a strong sound of thunder, and after a few minutes a real shower came down. But Sii Sward ignored the rain, of course. She slept happily the whole 3 days. Farmers and their families dropped in to see her afterward. They patted her delicate fur and left dry fish and meat for her favorite food. That year, the farmers thought that Sii Sward was a heroine. Okay, and that's the end of the story. Okay, so as you can see, this is one of the cultures of Thailand. They're having the ceremony in order for them to ask for rain, something like that, and they use Sii Sward as the rain queen. Okay, as the rain queen. And for me, what I have learned, I know that you've learned something from this story, but for me, based from my reading, based from my encounter on this story, short story, I've learned that we need to love also our pets. Or God entrusted us a big responsibility, and that is to be a good steward to His creations. And one of His creations is the animals, or are the animals. Okay? And I know that we have pets in our respective homes. And I do believe also that there are some people who don't love pets. But I'm just telling this, that if you don't love pets, if you don't have pets, or if you see animals roaming around at your house or on the street side, something like that, let's show them love. Let us not kick them or do harmful things. Let's give them shelter if it's necessary, or let's give them food if they are hungry, because they are also one of the creations of God. We need to give them love and care because they have feelings too. Okay? So that's what I have learned. Let's learn to love the creations of God, most especially the animals, our pets, because they have feelings too. They tend to be hurt sometimes. And as human beings, if we feel love, we feel so happy. Okay? Same as with the animals. if we show them love and care, they feel happy too. Okay, so that's the lesson I learned from this story, and I hope that you too learn something from this. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and I hope that you will watch my previous videos, most especially my grade 8 students, so that you will learn something, or you will understand further, you will understand more our lesson for the week 2, and right now this is for the week 3. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. God bless.